Chicago Sky coach, Tyler Marsh, who, guess what? Completely disintegrated all of these quote-unquote hate speech rumors from the Sky Fever game the other night. He's like, nah, sorry, I didn't hear anything. By the way, this is Angel Reese right after Caitlin Clark hit that three-pointer at the buzzer going into halftime. Guys, this game, this is what a sellout looks like. 17,274 fans, and it was fully sold out. It was
in a packed arena of over 17,000 screaming fans. A single coaching decision sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie and one of the league's most polarizing rookies, was pulled from the game and never returned. No warning, no explanation, just silence from the bench and a storm of speculation online. Tonight, we uncover everything: the tensions, the history, and the fallout from the Chicago Sky's most controversial move of the season.
Destroyed. Angel Reese trying to start a fight with Caitlin Clark to deflect the fact that she is getting her ass whipped. I mean, it's on. It is on.
The tension was already thick. The Indiana Fever were leading. Caitlin Clark was putting on another clinic, and Reese, she was struggling. Shooting under 35%, missing defensive rotations, and clearly frustrated. Then, midway through the third quarter, Coach Tyler Marsh made the call. Reese was benched. The camera caught her jaw tighten, her hands gripping the towel. She didn't return for the rest of the game. For a star marketed as the future of the franchise, this was more than a substitution. It was a statement.
You guys, there would be a follow-up video on the nuclear fallout. That's exactly what it's been. Over the take foul, as Caitlin Clark is calling it, and that's a great way to say it. It was a take foul. She was trying to prevent a wide-open layup, although one could argue that she might have missed it anyway, on Angel Reese, and then Angel Reese went absolutely, utterly berserk. I find this rather interesting because it sounds like they're going to pull her out further from the basket, and I wonder how her fans are going to feel about that. If she's further away from the basket, that doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of, or as many, I would believe, offensive rebound opportunities for one Angel Reese. And they want her to shoot more.
Within minutes, Twitter, or X, exploded. One side claimed Reese was being targeted because of her outspoken personality. The other said it was simple poor performance. ESPN's post-game panel called it a necessary wake-up call. Meanwhile, Marsh remained cryptic in his press conference. It's an internal matter. We'll keep it in-house. But with no official reason given, the rumor mill spun out of control.
Destroyed. Angel Reese trying to start a fight with Caitlin Clark to deflect the fact that she is getting her ass whipped. I mean, it's on. It is on.
Clark said, "No layups in my house," and sent Angel Reese flying like it was a Southwest commercial. That flop had Academy Award winner written all over it. But the refs really looked at that and said, yep, that's definitely murder, and gave Caitlin a flagrant like she pulled a knife out mid-play. And Angel tried to run up on her and said, "You're crazy as fuck. What the fuck are you doing?" And Caitlin's all like, "This is just basketball. It's either a layup or free throws. Pick one."
It's just a good take foul, you know? Either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
And just like that, Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double, won by 30.
This isn't just about one bad night. The rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has been simmering for over a year. It began on April 2nd, 2023, in the NCAA Championship. Reese's now infamous hand wave over her face, the "you can't see me" gesture, was aimed directly at Clark. It became a viral moment, sparking nationwide debate about sportsmanship, race, and respect in women's basketball. Fast forward to the WNBA, Clark is leading all rookies in points, assists, and fan votes, while Reese ranks near the bottom in key efficiency metrics. Every time they face off, the storyline writes itself, but this latest chapter may be the most explosive yet.
And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese.
Midway through the third quarter, the spark was lit. Clark committed what most called a routine take foul, stopping an easy layup. But for Reese, it wasn't routine. Her reaction was instant heated words, finger pointing, and a visible attempt to approach Clark before being held back. The Fever's bench rose to their feet. The Sky's coaches stepped in, and the crowd's roar turned into a tidal wave of tension. In that moment, basketball became secondary. This was personal.
Reese thinks learning the new offense is, quote, a transition for her in training camp, but thinks she'll be able to learn the new skill set easily. Quote, what's the point of me working on it if I'm not going to take the shot, question mark.
Hours later, Marsh addressed the decision. He dismissed rumors of hate speech or off-court drama, but stopped short of providing details. It's a matter between me and Angel. That non-answer only intensified speculation. Multiple sources told ESPN that tension had been brewing for weeks, disagreements over her role, her shot selection, and her defensive commitment. Some even suggested teammates were growing frustrated. If true, this benching may not have been about one play, but a culmination of many.
Says, you're effing crazy, something like that, blah, blah, blah. You crazy as F. What the F is wrong with you? I mean, my goodness.
It was just a good play on the basketball. I'm not sure what the refs saw to upgrade it, and that's up to their discretion after watching the initial whatever happened during the play and then whatever happened after. We watch a lot of basketball. It's a take foul to put them at the free throw line. I'd rather give up 2 points. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am. So, this wasn't anything.
Angel Reese's journey to the WNBA has been as dramatic as it's been impressive. From high school phenom to NCAA champion, she's embraced the role of a vocal, unapologetic competitor. But with that spotlight came criticism for missed practices, for cryptic social media posts, for prioritizing off-court branding over on-court consistency. While many admire her confidence, others see a player more focused on the narrative than the game.
A white girl and Caitlin Clark out here busting that and flat out, bro, triple dub. And I don't want to hear none of that stat padding stuff, bro. She had a triple double, and that's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. So I see a lot of people saying, oh, she fouled her hard, bro. It was a malicious play. Man, that wasn't no malicious play. This is a malicious play. Check it out. What y'all gonna say?
To talk about the hard foul. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese while going up for a layup. People are making a big deal out of this. And me, I'm looking at it like, look, it was just a hard foul. I don't even think it was flagrant. The only thing that was flagrant was Angel Reese's response, right? How she responded to the hard foul. And obviously you can see there's still a little hate. There's still a little hate out there. But I'm going to say this. WNBA, lean in on this.
The reaction has split the WNBA community. Lisa Leslie urged patience, reminding fans that rookies face a steep learning curve. But former guard Candace Wiggins was blunt, saying, "Talent without discipline won't last in this league." On social media, hashtags like #BenchReese and #FreeReese trended simultaneously. Even Caitlin Clark, when asked post-game, chose diplomacy. It's basketball. We compete. That's it.
Perspective on the flagrant foul, and what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a take foul. Every basketball.
The Chicago Sky have yet to confirm whether Reese will start their next game. With All-Star Weekend approaching, the league's spotlight will only get brighter. For Angel Reese, the question is simple. Will she return ready to prove her critics wrong? Or will this benching mark the beginning of a deeper decline? One thing's certain, the eyes of the WNBA world will be watching. This was more than a benching. It was a message and perhaps a turning point. Rivalries build legends, but they can also break careers. And in the WNBA, history has its eyes on Angel Reese. 2 minutes ago, the Chicago Sky made a decision that sent shockwaves through the WNBA world. Angel Reese benched, removed from the game, and facing questions about her future, all in the middle of one of the league's most heated rivalries. The cameras caught everything: the glare, the words, and the coach's final call. Tonight, we uncover the full story. It was supposed to be just another game in the WNBA's newest marquee rivalry, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. the rematch that fans couldn't stop talking about. But what unfolded wasn't just basketball. It became a national headline, and for Angel Reese, it might be career-defining. The bad blood started long before the WNBA. In the 2023 NCAA championship, Reese taunted Clark in a moment that went viral, celebrated by some, criticized by others. Since then, every meeting between the two has carried a little more tension, a little more edge. Their first WNBA matchup? Chippy. The second? Even more intense. And this time it boiled over. Midway through the third quarter, Reese, already frustrated by missed shots and questionable calls, took exception to a hard foul by Clark. Rather than backing away, she moved in. The arena's energy shifted instantly. Commentators called it electric. Clark didn't flinch, not once. Calm, focused, she held her ground. Moments later, the Chicago Sky coach made his decision. Reese was pulled, benched, done for the night.